All right, so we're getting ready to do something new. Right below you is a form you can fill out to tell me what you want to learn. So it's down in the comments section and you can go there. Take you about a minute to fill it out. So go there, tell me what you want to learn, and we're going to get ready to do something very different. All right, so let's talk about making money in America. And this is something that a lot of people are trying to do. I was watching some DoorDash. DoorDash is huge here on YouTube. There's DoorDash Diaries, there's Nugs, there's Moore's Finance, there's Sarah Ross. There's a ton of YouTubers in the DoorDash space and a ton of people in the gig economy space. And one of the things I consistently see are complaints about doing the work, bad orders, and one of the things I see is complaints about the pay. Now, here is some thoughts on that. If you're going to do something that is very easy, that is real simple, that a lot of people can duplicate, chances of you making a lot of money are slim to none. And this is one of the things that happens, because I was thinking about when I was in the storage auction business and all of the things that I had to do to make money. It wasn't just go buy storage units, go to the flea market and sell it. That's what a lot of people were doing. They were going to storage units, getting inventory, and going to the flea market. What I did, I went to the flea market maybe 4 times, and I just didn't like it. And I'm gonna tell you why I didn't like the flea market. With the flea market, you gotta go there really early to get a good spot. Then you have to unload everything out your truck, put it out where it can be displayed. And then at the end of the day, you have to load that stuff back up. I just didn't like it. What I did is I started selling on Craigslist, eBay, and Amazon in the upscale garage sale. And we actually had a whole bunch of things that I don't even talk about because that was just a part of business. We had a section that I was call it the fix-it shop, where we would take things, because a lot of times in the storage auction business, you get stuff that's broke, or there's something like, I had this beautiful bedroom set, and guess what it was missing? The side rails to hook. The headboard was like 8 feet tall, and it had this beautiful footboard, but the rails to hold the bed together were missing. And this bedroom set came with a dresser, 2 nightstands, a chest, and and I was just like, why would they not have the rails in there? That was just one of the most puzzling things. And you know something else too? People will store couches without the cushions. That's another common issue. I had this in the fix-it shop, and I had to go to Home Depot, I had to get wood, and I had to make rails. And you know what I ended up doing? Taking the drill and drilling through the footboard and headboard and putting some, because it was a big bed, and I put some really thick bolts in there, and I just went ahead and got some, copper color, some caps to just put over the bolts, and I just sold that bedroom set as that. And when I really think about this and the things that the money that we were making, it was because we were doing a lot of stuff that was beyond average, normal, and something that anyone can do. This is one of the reasons that we made so much money, is because we actually took on additional responsibilities. And one of the things that I consistently see is people are looking for that easy, simple thing that makes a lot of money. And you go to the gig economy, DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, and there's like this battle between the drivers and the companies because of the pay. There is something that DoorDash has recently put in where if you don't tip people, they'll put this message, Your food may be really slow if you don't tip. And a lot of the outrage then people were saying, if DoorDash paid us a fair wage, and I look at this, you're in the gig economy, you're an independent contractor. There is no such thing as a fair wage. There is a contract wage, which once you pull out that app and put your information in there and you go ahead and get accept and you're put into the system, you've accepted that minimum wage. And one of the things that's really interesting with this is everyone is looking for an angle. I put up a video talking about the truth doesn't matter. And I saw a really interesting comment talking about I'm trying to find the perfect niche, because honestly, a lot of people just don't want to blatantly lie. They just don't. There's some people who have no problem with it. But the thing is, when you are presenting, I've seen crazy stuff with the presentation aspect of YouTube. I've seen some phenomenal things. And one of the things that really gets me is the amount of people who want to come on YouTube and make killer money without a killer concept. And it's just not going to happen. And one of the things that you have to understand is to make money on YouTube, you've got to have the juice. You got to have the juice. And this is one of the things that I struggle with, because let me go ahead and just share something with you. If I made a male channel that consistently degraded women, it would be a winner. Because that's the current male channel environment on YouTube. If you make a channel talking about how women have failed or mocking women who've made bad decisions, who had to suffer, these channels are doing really well. And that's the current vibe of male content on YouTube. Now, if I made up a male channel talking about being a stand-up man, being a provider, getting married, crash and burn. It would crash and burn, because there's a group of men who want to do that, but there's a group of men, a larger group of men, who don't want to do that. Part of this is, for me, I just cannot go out and bash women when women have been really good to me. It's just, it doesn't work for me. But here is the epiphany of making money in America. The easy, simple ways. Literally, I saw someone else, I don't know if she's on another channel, where she was doing Airbnb fraud. Once again, I have no clue to that. But one of the things that happens with people in the money space is a lot of folks don't have ethics. They just simply don't. They will do whatever they need to do to get that money. And one of these issues of doing whatever you need to do to get this money can lead to a lot of backlash. One of the most common things on YouTube, and I understand why it's common, is the CPN. Credit profile number, credit privacy number, whatever. It's a number to replace your Social Security on credit apps. And it is huge. It is huge. I know why it's huge, because a lot of people have bad credit. A lot of people have really bad credit, and they're looking for some relief. And they don't care how this relief comes. If this relief comes in the form of a CPN, that's fine, we'll do that. And one of the things that is happening with people who are doing this is the police are really tamping down. People who use CPNs are getting arrested. There's this video, put landmark Dodge CPN in the YouTube search bar, I'll bring you to it. This guy is trying to buy a car with a CPN and he gets arrested. And the police literally put the cuffs on him and they start going through his stuff and they find out his real ID, his fake ID and all this other stuff. And the guy says, someone told me I could use a CPN. This is, the guy is actually saying this on camera. Someone told him he could use a fake credit, fake Social Security number and it'd be all good. I'm like, so another big issue with people making money, and this is a huge part of it, people do not want to do the work. earlier videos, I talked about writing a book, using YouTube, using the blog. And it's a lot of work. Writing a book, waking up every day and writing, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And one of the things that I see is people do not want to do that work. I had someone bring me in and they were talking about me doing some consulting, and it was a manager, and the YouTuber said, I don't want to do it. And I instantly lost favor for it, because part of the situation would require her to write that book. That would be a big part of it. Now, this was before AI came out. Right now, you can use AI to write a book pretty easily. However, I wasn't at that point then, because one of the things that I see is a lot of people do not want to do the work. And another thing with making money in America, there are so many ways to make money in America. There are so many ways to make money in America. It boggles your mind when you start to think about all of the ways that you can make money in America doing certain things. There's so many ways to make money in America. There are so many ways to start a business. There's so many ways. And this gets to be a little bit of a struggle, because one of your big things is, what am I going to do? And I got some tips for you. You should do something that's closely aligned with things you like to do, part of your personality. Me, writing a book. I wrote for free for years, and this was before Craigslist. I just wrote because I enjoyed the process of writing. So that really fit my abilities, so to speak, for me to go ahead and to write and to put stuff out and to do things in that manner. Now, one of the things that you have to look at and pay attention to is, who are you and what do you like to do? What's your jam, so to speak? What type of things do you really enjoy doing? What type of things do you thoroughly like doing? What is your mojo? What is your mojo? Because I see a lot of people in the YouTube financial space who clearly don't enjoy personal finance, but they're making videos about personal finance, and the videos are not going really far. They're not going far at all, because these people jumped into that space because that space has a high CPM. And here's the thing, and this is some YouTube speak to you. If it has a high CPM, but you don't get views, guess what? You're not gonna realize a high Google payout. It ain't happening. And this is one of the things that happens, because so many people wanna get into the credit card space. And my opinion, just my opinion, I could be wrong, the credit card space is slam jam packed. And it's, in my opinion, once again, I could be wrong. There could be someone tomorrow who starts a YouTube channel talking about credit cards and it blows up. So once again, this is just my opinion. But if you do not thoroughly enjoy getting credit cards and using credit cards and getting points, and more importantly, paying your credit cards off in full every month so you can actually benefit from these bonuses, that's one of the issues that I see that plagues a lot of people that get into the credit card space, talking about how to use credit cards. And this is something I haven't seen. I haven't seen people talk about how credit cards interest rates have jumped up. Like, I got some cards I wouldn't even think about using on a long-term basis. If I was going to use it and pay it off at the end of the month, that's fine. But to use it and have a balance, it ain't happening, because the interest rates are atrocious at the moment. So one of the things that you have to do to make money in America, and this is where we get into the better stuff, you got to position yourself to do the work. Whatever the work is required in that money-making endeavor, whatever you have to do in that money-making endeavor. So what is the work? Depends upon the business, depends upon the things that you're doing, depends upon whatever you want to put out there. One of the big things is the work. And this is something that a lot of people just do not really want to position themselves to actually do the work. Everyone is looking for a hack. Everyone is looking for a way to slide in. Everyone's looking for something quite significant to get into the situation. And one of the things that I see happening in 2024 is the people who are willing to do the work, the people who are willing to sit down and strategize and piece this stuff together are the people who are going to win. Because yes, I do think in 2024, there is going to be a recession. However, a recession means things pull back. Recession doesn't mean that things stop. So there's going to be a way for you guys to actually do things where you can actually build and create something during this recession. And it's going to be a big offer. Because once again, if you have the right business model, whatever that may be, you can make money in the recession. You can make a lot of money in the recession. If my partner hadn't came down with colon cancer and I got sick, we could have made a lot of money in the storage auction business during the recession because people were looking for deals. They were looking for opportunities to save money. Storage auction business provided that because we can go to a storage auction and get stuff really cheaply, then turn around and sell it cheaply. So it would have worked. And I don't even know about the storage auction business today because my opinion, because I haven't really done a lot of investigation on this, is the majority of the storage auctions are happening online and you bid on a unit and then you go pick it up and that whole thing. So I'm not really sure how that works today, but I don't even know what I would have done if I was still in the storage auction business and then they were telling me, you know what, actually I do. I would have kept bidding because that would have been my business and that's how I got my inventory. So I would have had to shift to buying storage units online, which really just, I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. But we're going to be having more and more conversations about making money in America because this is where we live. This is the place that we do our thing. So if you want to position yourself to make money in America, you must have the right mindset. You must have the right protocols. You must put yourself in a position where you can win, because what's happening in America is there's two groups. There's a group of people who are struggling. There's a group of people who are making these videos on TikTok and YouTube talking about how bad it is, how hard it is, the American struggle. They're voicing their opinions. And there's a group of people who are not making videos, who are just applying themselves to the effort, applying themselves to the work, setting themselves up to be successful because they know that they got to do their work. So I got a question for you. Who are you? Are you the person who's going to apply yourself to be successful? Or are you going to be the person making TikTok videos? Because yes, prices are high. Gas is high, eggs are high, dog food's high. Yes, it's high, it's high, it's high. I don't really see that changing anytime soon or even in the near future. I don't even see that changing. So what you must do from a mental standpoint is adapt to how America is today versus how you wish America was. This is the thing that you have to do. You have to make this adaptation to how America is at the moment versus how you wish America would be. Because with one of the things that I consistently see are people looking for real estate prices to crash, looking for car prices to crash, looking for everything to get super cheap, super affordable so they can afford it. And they're wishing for an Armageddon to come to America, because if real estate really crashed, last real estate crash we had, people suffered for 10 years. 10 years, because the real estate crashed. A lot of their wealth was in their house. These people suffered, and there's a lot of people who never recovered from the last real estate crash. They never recovered. So one of the things that you have to do and have to understand is where we live, what's going on with America, and what you can do in America today to be successful. So these are going to be my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this video. I will see you guys in the next one.